Hey guys, what's up? Scottish Duck here once again, and the paper I need was on top below the camera. That's a good start, isn't it? Anyway, time for another Q&A. It's been a while since I did one of these. I know it was fucking nearly a month ago. So yeah, let's get into this now. Right, got some questions here and whatnot. Right. First question is from Leon S. Kennedy 828. What do you think of the internet sensation My Little Pony Friendship is Magic? Okay, I've been waiting for an opportunity to rant about this, okay? You may notice there's a lot of dislikes on this video. That's probably because of what I'm about to say. Right. Now, for those of you that don't know, for the two of you that don't know or whatever, Friendship is Magic is the latest interpretation of the My Little Pony animated series. You know, the little toy pony things. Right. But this time round, apparently, this Lauren, I don't know if that's her name, but basically the woman who was in charge of the Powerpuff Girls and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends back in the day. Two very good cartoons, you know, I really like them. She came over and started doing My Little Pony, and she vowed to make My Little Pony into something, you know, rather than just being shit. And apparently she succeeded because the cartoon is very well done. And I applaud that sort of thing, you know. And if you like My Little Pony, go ahead, fine, you know. Just don't try and get me into it. Because that's something I've noticed a lot, you know. Everybody who's into it is constantly saying, oh, you should watch My Little Pony, it's the funnest thing. And when you say, no, I don't want to watch ponies, okay? They like, oh, you're so closed-minded, okay? You just don't want to see it because it's ponies. You know, a lot of people have been saying that. And I've seen it in comments and stuff. But I'm just thinking, there's a reason they don't want to watch it. It's because it's ponies. So, yeah. Like I said, if you like ponies, that's fine. Just don't try and get me into it. And my last word on it, right, is that the only reason this cartoon is as big a deal as it is because it's ponies, okay? If you like, if they kept the story the same, you know, the writing, the voice actors, the story, if they kept all that the same and replaced them with, like, imaginary friends, you know, a sequel to Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, you know, and the characters resembled somewhat the ponies that they are, you know, nobody would give a shit. It's only because it's ponies that it's having this much of an impact, alright? And don't even try to deny that, you know? But yeah, whatever. Like I said, if you like ponies, that's fine. Just don't talk to me about ponies. Okay. Next question is from Yersimapestis, I think that's how you were saying it. Would you do a Valve game Let's Play? I would love to. I don't have all Valve games, but I've got quite a few. I really like them. But as you all know, I'm really not a PC gamer. And because of that, I don't think I would be able to do a Valve game justice. You know, it's kind of like, I kind of feel like a console tard. I kind of am, but when doing a Let's Play, you know, because everybody would have been, all the PC pros out there who know everything there is to know about most Valve games, you know, that's kind of their thing. And if I went into their thing, I'd feel like I was betraying them, so, but yeah, I do love the games, so maybe, possibly one day, but that thought would kind of linger in my mind, so yeah, whatever. This one's from Hoyt2008. What are your thoughts on video game consoles transforming into computers? It's definitely been happening, yeah. Consoles have become, you know, like computers. They're doing things other than making games, essentially. My thoughts on it, I'm not too fussed, really. You know, if a console wants to do more shit, then fine, as long as its primary function is to play games, you know. Most consoles are sort of losing sight of that, you know. Playing games on it is kind of just like a secondary function. Like take the iPhone for example, you know, that's kind of what that does. Gaming is just a little thing on the side for that. But overall, like I said, as long as the big companies like Nintendo and all that don't lose track of what their main focus is, then I'll not be too fussed. Right. What's your opinion on the Tomb Raider series? I don't know if I answered this in the past, but I'll say it now. I think Tomb Raider is pretty damn overrated. And I've never really liked any of the games, to be honest, with the exception of Tomb Raider Legend. I got that when it first came out, and I did actually really, really like that. But all the other games I think are kind of crappy. That's just me. That's just me. I am interested in the reboot. I saw the footage and all that for the reboot. That actually looks really good. I'm looking forward to that a lot. Okay. Now, I was too lazy to write out the rest of the questions, so I just wrote the person's username out of questions that I liked, and here we go. Okay, this is one that's from Sheikh Almighty. With the rise of the hardcore casual COD gamer and mature in general along the lines of God of War rather than something like L.A. Noire, what would you say to those who consider titles such as A Boy in His Blob, Little Big Planet, Ratchet and Clank as kiddie? Good question. I actually had a friend in university when Kirby's Epic Yarn was finally coming out in Europe. We had to wait like a few months for that compared to America and Japan. But I remember when it was first coming out, you know, I was saying, oh, Kirby's Epic Yarn, can't wait for that, it's Kirby, you like? And I had a friend, you know, he wasn't taking the piss or anything, he was genuinely saying, Donald, I can't see how you like a game like that. I mean, just looking at it, it looks so kiddie and all that, you know? And you know what, with a game like Kirby, I can sort of understand, you know? A game like Ratchet and Clank or Little Big Planet does have its hardcore appeal. It was just the sort of look and aesthetic of Kirby's Epic Yarn, which probably put him in that mindset. But like I said, you know, that's just the look of it. Kind of like a Ratchet and Clank Little Big Planet look, somewhat kiddie. The core gameplay is, of course, it stands up on its own. I do believe there are games out there which are just, you know, stupid and made for kids. Like most movie-based games, or, you know, stuff that doesn't really have any good core gameplay. One good example that comes into my head, and it's not like this game was made intentionally for, like, stupid kids or that, but it's Sonic and the Black Knight, you know? Because all that game was just, like, waggle. That was, in my mind, that's kind of a really good example of you know, just poor gameplay because it was just made primarily for kids. Like I said, Sega probably didn't even make it that way, but that's kind of how it came out, sadly. It was just, you know, no depth involved. Unlike Kirby, Little Big Planet and Ratchet and Clank, which do have quite a bit of depth to them. But, yeah, that's kind of my take on that. But yeah, Kirby's Epic Yarn is awesome for anyone who hasn't played it. Highly recommend it, and I'm looking forward to the other Kirby game coming out at the end of the year. Let's see here. Oop, fuck. I've lost my page. No. The dog is barking. Okay. Shut up, Doug. Okay, here we go. What game are you most looking forward to this year? There are so many good candidates, I reckon you'll have a hard time deciding. Some games... I was tempted to actually just shout outside there and make a scene, but I figured I shouldn't. Okay, games I'm looking forward to at the end of this year. Icon Shadow of the Colossus HD Collection, obviously. Uncharted 3. Not Ratchet and Clank, All for One. I can sort of live without that one, I must admit. What else? Fuck, I know there's Hunters. I'm just trying to make them all come to mind here. Bioshock Infinite. No, wait, that's next year. Oh, fuck. Actually, now I think about it, there isn't too much. Well, there is a lot, but I don't know, I think there's been better years. Dark Souls as well. Zelda, obviously. That's going to be a sweet game, of course. Xenoblade Chronicles, which, of course, was said that is coming out over here, but it's still to be announced in America. Hopefully it does. Yeah. What other games? Nothing's coming to mind. Fuck. Those are pretty much... Oh, Sonic Generations, yeah, I am really looking forward to that one as well. Right, that's pretty much all I can think of, so let's continue. Right, next person is CNN... Yam... CN New Yam, that's it. Excuse me. Okay. And his question is, would you ever mind joining or doing a game review, game test blog like others do? I sure as hell wouldn't. Like, that would be amazing, you know. I know it's not. I know game testing and game reviewing isn't as good a job as it's hyped up to be, because you're kind of like, you get game overkill essentially and all that. But I still wouldn't mind to do it because I am pretty passionate about the hobby, you know. So, but hey, if any game developers out there and looking for testers, you know, drop a PM. Seriously. Okay. Next ones is from. I've got a BFMV. Why do you all have weird names, honestly? Okay. And his question is, thoughts on Duke Nukem Forever? Lol. Oh, actually, I really want to talk about this. Yeah, see Duke Nukem Forever, right? When it was announced, you know, I raised my eyebrows, because I had never played Duke Nukem, any Duke Nukem game previously, you know, but I was aware of its history and its sort of charm, you know, and I always respected it, right? And when Duke Nukem Forever was announced, you know, after like the legacy that it had, I raised my eyebrows. I'm like, oh, cool. But let me tell you, what was going through my mind when it was announced? I'm thinking, right, there's no way that game's been in development for 12 years, alright? They just like scrapped it, and like 2 years ago they started all over again and modernized it, put in some of the Duke Nukem charm in there, and it'll probably be good when it came out. But then it comes out and it's gotten really bad reviews, and I'm thinking, huh, kinda sucks. And then I downloaded the demo a few days ago there, and I'm playing it and I'm like, oh my god, this game is literally the game that's been in development for 12 years, isn't it? It looks like a 10-year-old PC game, and it sort of plays like it as well. There have been some modernizations of you know, new things, but ultimately it looks like crap. And it's just, back then it probably would have been half decent, you know? But when you put it on like current gen consoles and it looks like that and sort of plays like that, it's just so... yeah. But I don't know, the fact that it is the game that's been in development for 12 years kind of makes me want to try it out, to be honest. But yeah, it's still... I don't know, it's a really weird feeling as soon as I actually played the demo, how much I sort of thought about it that way. Not making any sense, but yeah, basically I haven't played the full game. And I would kind of like to, but there's no way I'm paying a full price for it. Okay, next question is from... 2 questions left. The Boss Gunner. What 2 free games did you download from PSN? A couple of people were asking for this, so I might as well say it. I downloaded Dead Nation and HD Fury. Not HD Fury, Wipeout HD. Where the fuck did that come from? Yeah, the other free games that you were allowed to download in the European, I think it was different in America and Europe, but the other free games were Ratchet & Clank Quest for Booty, Infamous, and Little Big Planet, and I already had those 3 games, so I just got the other 2, you know. But yeah, it was cool that they gave you 2 free games like that. Right, the last question is from the Biomorph 493. Okay, the Biomorph 493. What do you think of the Bill S.970? Okay, I don't watch the news, I don't go on like news websites or that, I know absolutely nothing about this, but basically there's this thing that's happening which might threaten, you know, streaming on the internet. That includes, you know, like TV, video games, music, everything is going to get banned. I think that's what it is anyway. To which my reply is that, does that really seem realistic? You know, can you really keep stuff like that off the internet? You know, it just doesn't seem realistic to me. I mean, think Machinima, you know, the YouTube channel. Think how massive that is, you know. Can you imagine that just, like, gone all the way down overnight? Like, all the hundreds of people that make money off that channel, and all that going away overnight? I don't think so. It just seems unrealistic to me. Like I said, I don't know anything about it. I haven't done my research. Could be more powerful than we think, but as it stands right now, I think we'll be okay, to be honest. It's just too unrealistic, but yeah. But that's that, guys. Mind, post your comments, send me some new messages, and I'll pick some new comments, and I'll pick some doing the next Q&A, which I will try to get out sooner, I promise, okay. See you after, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.